What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm excited to have you here because this is New Comic Book Day, April the 28th of 2021. There's a lot of awesome books on my list. I didn't even take the time to organize them. I'm just going to go down the list because there's so many awesome books I'm excited about this week. But before I ramble too long, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, connect, do whatever you do on the platform you're on. Just look for my furry face inside of an orange circle and click all the buttons next to it. So the first book on the list this week is Action Comics 1030. We just got Superman number 30, I believe it was. And so this new Action Comics will be the fourth part in like the Phillip Kennedy Johnson Superman experience. I've really enjoyed what he's doing so far. He's doing a lot of father-son, mentor-mentee kind of stuff, passing the torch kind of thing. So that's a lot of what's going on in Phillip Kennedy Johnson's Superman and Action Comics right now. And I'm really excited for what this fourth piece is going to do. Superman 30, we saw that Clark and Jonathan are on a planet called Zac, I believe, or something to that effect. And, you know, they basically had just solved a kind of a mystery. So now Action Comics should be taking us into the heart of what it is. Like, how is Superman going to show Jonathan how to solve this problem? Because it definitely feels like Clark has been putting on, you know, his best behavior and really trying to show Jonathan the way to treat other people and how to be a good person. So I'm excited to see how they resolve this storyline and how Clark exemplifies that for Jonathan. Beta Ray Bill, number 2. So excited. This is Daniel Warren Johnson. I don't think I really need to say anything else, but my thoughts here, I really enjoyed the first one. If you really put my feet to the fire, I think Wonder Woman Dead Earth number 1 was a slightly stronger first issue, but I love the way that we saw Beta Ray Bill in this situation where, like, he couldn't defend Asgard and he couldn't lead the army to victory, and then Thor kind of shows up and takes all the glory. And then we also see Beta Ray Bill, he goes to have some time with Lady Sif, and you know, she's kind of, you know, repulsed by the fact that he can't turn into, you know, something more desirable, I guess. And so, like, at the end of that, we see, like, Bill really has nowhere to go at this point. He's been made insecure in his abilities as a warrior. He's been made insecure about his abilities, you know, in the bedroom. He's been made, or I guess really like intimacy with other people. Like Lady Sif kind of reflected back how he felt, you know. When he went in that room, he was trying to be vulnerable and open with her, and she kind of reflected back his same concerns. He's unhappy with how he looks, and when she said something about it, it really hit him hard, you know. And so we see Beta Ray Bill's been stripped down like a lot. This is going to be a great way to rebuild the character over the series of this, over the arc of this series. And so I'm excited to see what Beta Ray Bill 2 offers in the first steps in his adventure to kind of find himself. Bitterroot number 12. So excited for this one. I love Bitterroot. I thought the first series was fantastic. The second series really just, you know, cemented my love for it, and that incredible cliffhanger at the end of the second series there just really has me excited for what this third run is going to offer us in the way of advancing the story and developing the characters. So I'm in love with Bitterroot. Number 11 was great. It felt good to get back into the sway of things. And so I'm excited to see this, you know, whatever this story is that they're telling here. I'm excited to see it really start to take off and get rolling in number 12 here. BRZRKR number 2. If I were guessing based on the first one, I would say he's going to punch his way through people's faces for like 20 pages. And then we'll get like 10 pages of super slow exposition. but I mean, that's only based on one issue. We'll see what happens. I like Keanu Reeves. I really like Matt Kindt, and I'm sure this will turn in. I really like Boom Studios. So this is a lot of great ingredients. Just honestly, the first product did not come together as strong for me as I was hoping it would. Crossover number 6 is out this week. This has been a series that's been full of ups and downs. Overall, pretty positive on it. I was really excited to see Valifax because I'm not like a Donny Cates head like that. But God Country is one of the few things I've read from him, and I absolutely love it. And so, of course, if you're going to bring anything from Donny Cates' world in, it needs to be Valifax if you're going to hook me. I was a little disappointed that it gave like all this crazy power to Ellie, and then she, we didn't actually get to see her do anything with the power. But it's definitely exciting what that means for the future moving forward. And it feels like we're finally really getting into some really cool stuff with the, I guess with all the characters in the world and stuff. So I'm excited more than ever for Crossover, to be honest. It's kind of been like 4 issues of build up, and then 5 really seem to kind of step into what we have been waiting for. So yeah, I think 6 is probably the most excited I've been for Crossover. But overall, it's been a solid series for the most part. Department of Truth number 8. This has been, I really don't know what I need to say about this one at this point. I will say issue number 6, a lot of people kind of, and, I thought it was pretty cool because it was just, to me, it kind of like gave, it gave credence to the very idea of conspiracies and what a conspiracy theory is and how powerful all of this stuff really is. And then 7 kind of brought it back and gave us some really solid origins on the Department of Truth itself. And, I think that was kind of important because the story takes place in a world where, like, anything can change. Facts can change, And so, to me, like, giving us a pretty, like, concrete grounding for the foundation and the creation of the Department of Truth, to me, that really helps, kind of give us some sort of baseline for the world that we're in that's constantly changing. And so, of course, I'm excited for number 8 to see where they take everything from there. Detective Comics 1035. That first one was so killer. I really enjoyed it. Of course, you got Dan Mora on art, so, there's a certain type of energy in his artwork that I really like, and so that was kind of an easy sell for me. The story was where, I was interested in seeing if I would like it or not, because I'm not really familiar with any of the art, any of the work from this writer. So, reading Detective Comics, I guess it was 1034 was the last one. I was really impressed with that one. I liked the way they were setting things up. It had a great build-up, and there was some great scenes in there. We got to see the classic Dan Mora jumping out the window silhouette kind of shot. So I'm really into Detective Comics as far as that first issue was concerned, and I'm really excited to see what 1035 is going to do for that line. Frank at Home on the Farm, number 4. I've spoken quite extensively about this series. I absolutely love it. And I spoke with Jordan Thomas about a week and a half ago now. And so that episode is completely ready to go. So this Tuesday coming up, you're going to be able to watch an excellent interview with Jordan Thomas where he talks a lot about the industry. I think it's really cool because he gets to speak about how his book started on Kickstarter and it moved over to Scout Comics, and how Scout Comics handles that deal, because we've seen some other companies pick up like Kickstarter projects and stuff, but oftentimes they want to publish what was already released, and then anything new is going to be under their brand and stuff. You start to get into like these restrictions on your property because of what publisher you sign a deal with. And so he speaks a little bit about like Scout Comics deals with creators, how they handle putting these books into stores, and why they would even want to put a book in a store after it's already been sold to the general public via Kickstarter. So I think it's a really great interview. I had an absolute blast talking to the guy. Frank at Home on the Farm is great. I definitely suggest picking it up. But if you're on the fence, if you're not interested in the book, but you are interested in the creator and the industry, whatever it is that holds your attention, check out the interview coming on Tuesday. That's Jordan Thomas. I'm very excited to release that. I Breathe the Body number 4. Really excited for this one. I find that I get into horror comics like better than horror movies or TV shows, but I also don't talk extensively about all of the like horror stuff that I read. However, I'm pretty vocal about my love for Zac Thompson. He is a phenomenal writer. I love his sense of horror. I Breathe the Body is just like really incredible. If you're into like mushrooms and funguses and like fungi culture and stuff, and the immense amount of power that is present in the networks that funguses create, then I think I Breathe the Body is right up your alley. It's got some cool like body horror elements to it. The last issue was like very gruesome, probably the most gruesome of the issues so far, but I absolutely loved it. I think this series has gotten better with every single issue, and I'm excited to see what happens when they actually breathe this body and find out what really happened and how they're going to spin all of this through social media. So, I Breathe the Body number 4. Excellent stuff. And then that's followed by Nuclear Family number 3. And this is a book I've also kind of talked about before. This is the third one, obviously. I really like this story. There's a really cool twist at the end of the first issue, and then there's another cool twist at the end of the second issue. And so I could kind of only hope that there's another crazy twist at the end of this third one. What I will say for it is I really like the writing. I think it's great. It really has my attention. Like I just mentioned, there's some great twists in there, but those twists come with a lot of mystery, and that mystery makes, that's what's keeping me intrigued and focused on it. But the artwork is, it's very good. Like, it's very clean, a lot of nice lines. You can definitely tell what's going on. No issues there. I actually kind of like it uses almost like manga style paneling where things have a lot of room to breathe, and just very clean, very elegant, very simple pages. My only issue is there's nothing about the artwork that really stands out to me. And so while I'm enjoying the book and the writing and stuff, the art is solid, but it misses a little bit. And so if you're familiar, I do 1, 2, and 3 stars. 1 star is do not read this book. 2 stars is most people will enjoy it for many reasons. And 3 stars is that's a must read that you have to grab. And literally, Nuclear Family sits like right at the edge of a 3, just because the artwork is not quite distinctive enough for me to tell everybody that you have to read this. But it is a good book. It's very enjoyable, and I would suggest people pick it up. Other people might be into it even more than me. Again, I don't hate the artwork. I just wish there was something really truly unique to capture and hold my attention. But it's still a good book. And the last one on this list, and thinking about it, I'm kind of happy that it's the last one on my list, because it's Teen Titans Academy number 2. So excited for this one. Kind of spoiler alert, I guess. At the end of Suicide Squad number 2, we find out that the Suicide Squad is next headed to the Teen Titans Academy. So there's somebody or something there that they need, that they want. And so I'm excited. I kind of suspect that this issue is not actually going to be connected to that. I think if it has any effect within the issues of Teen Titans Academy, it's going to be in issue number 3. So Suicide Squad would happen, and then we would get the fallout in Teen Titans Academy 3. But either way, I'm really excited for Teen Titans Academy 2 because I'm interested to see if there's any setup to what's going to happen with the Suicide Squad. And I'm also interested to find out more about that world, because overall, Teen Titans Academy has just been really cool to me. The first issue was just really solid setup. It grounded the world. It introduced us to some new characters, but didn't give us quite enough to decide where we sit with all of them. But it definitely gave us enough to kind of imagine some of the world and the issues that they're going to have to exist in and deal with. So it was a really solid issue. It took the old cast and kind of introduced us to their new roles and how they both are and are not coping well with, I guess, like being older Titans members, you know. And so it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. And I'm excited to solve the mystery and find out who the Red X is. And again, that's another thing that interests me about the Suicide Squad. Are they going to show up and try to take the Red X? Are they going to try to get the Red X? Or do they not even know about the Red X? What if they're going there to get somebody or something else, and then Red X pops up out of nowhere and kind of stops them or something? So it'll be interesting to see how that little crossover plays out, because I'm not usually like big on like crossovers and like weirdo teams and stuff like that. I know Mark at Legion of Comics, he's very into like these weird teams and stuff. That doesn't interest me that much. However, this one does, because I'm really into Teen Titans Academy and I'm really into Suicide Squad. So if you're talking about these two books crossing over, somewhere soon, I'm really excited for that. So that's the whole list for this week. There's quite a few books on here. Honestly, there's a couple of other books that I may or may not grab. As John's Comics with Kids would say, a couple of yellow lights. So this is pretty much just a straight green light list. I'm definitely going to be checking out all of these books. Like I said, it's really hard to pick anything specific because it's such a solid list. But man, whew, I'm trying to pick 3 here, and it's Action Comics, Superman is crushing right now. Beta Ray Bill, I love what Daniel Warren Johnson does. Man. And you know what? To stay with an indie, I Breathe the Body, number 4. I'm really excited for what Zac Thompson's doing with that series, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. So I'll take those as a top 3. I think I said Action Comics, Daniel Warren Johnson's Beta Ray Bill, number 2, and I Breathe the Body. So 3 great books. Honestly, though, the whole thing could just be a top 8 list or whatever, how many books this is. So I'm really excited for this week. Let me know what books you think I should be checking out. Let me know what you thought of this list of books. Was there anything on here that you're really excited for? Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, connect, follow. Do whatever you do on the platform you're on. Just look for my furry face inside of an orange circle and click all the buttons next to it. Until next time, keep flipping pages.